At Macca's, looking after you, our team and the wider community is our priority, so we're making a few changes. We're open for fast contactless takeaway, drive-through and via McDelivery. We hope to serve you soon.
Continental Basketball Association Grand Finals. 62 teams have done battle in the CBA this season. 3 conferences of men's competition, 2 in the women, but all the cross-conference battles are over, and what it's done is thrown up all South Conference Grand Finals. In the men's, it's the defending champions, the Ballarat Miners against the Frankston Bayside Blues. This is how the 2 teams got here. The national championship?
Yeah, I'm expecting a blockbuster. I mean, these 2 teams have proved over the year that they are the best 2 teams, and they both deserve to be there. When you look at the 2 teams, how they match up very evenly. I mean, it's going to be the defensive specialists against the run and gun style of Ballarat. Frankston are going to really have to play a very good defensive game to have a chance, but they proved they can do that most of the year.
We look at the results, the 3 times they've met. 90-point game, Frankston have won, 100-point game.
Tonight their squad is number 4, Troy Muhlenberg. Number 7, David Anderson. Number 10, Matthew Cotter. Number 12, Matthew Vidoni. Number 15, Peter Wayne. Number 22, Steve Blackley. Number 24, Albert Springs. Number 25 is Steve Connolly. Number 32 is the skipper. Welcome, Mark Ridgway. Here we go. Number 33, Reece Newsom. Number 42 is Adam Burke. And number 55 is Tim McQuiston. Their coach is Bill Runchie. The assistant coach is Brian Blackley. And their team manager is Max Burrows, the Frankston Bayside Blues. And now for Ballarat, the Win TV Miners, attempting to secure back-to-back national championships. Please welcome number 4, Eric Hayes. Number 5, Matt Copping. Number 6, Grant has the keys. Number 8, Matthew Nunn. Number 9 is Chris Roos. Number 10, Damon Lowry. Number 12 is Matthew Sheehan, the skipper. In sealer number 14 is Eric Cooks. Number 15 is Daniel Sutton. 20, Shane Brown. 21, Dion Collard. 33, Matthew Campbell. Their coach is the experienced Brendan Joyce. The assistant coach is Eric Lowe, and the team manager is Dennis Rowe. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ballarat Win TV Miners.
So while the teams go through their final warm-ups, let's take a look at the CBA National Women's last week, and he hasn't played a lot of basketball of late, but Tim McQuiston comes back into the starting 5 for Peter Wayne in the front court with Troy Muhlenberg, their top scorer this season, over 30 per game. Last week's MVP, Albert Springs in the middle, Reece Newsom, the point guard, Steve Blackley with him in the back court. For the Ballarat Miners, Grant Keys up front with Eric Hayes and Eric Cooks in the centre, their scoring machine. He's averaged 33.5 points per game this season. Damian Lowry, the very busy and talented point guard, and in the backcourt with him is Matthew Campbell. Referees are John Payne and Scott Butler. In the light blue, it's the Frankston Bayside Blues, and they control the tip. So it's Steve Blackley bringing down the ball down the court against Damon Lowry. Now, Muhlenberg, who averages 31.5 points per game against the Miners this season. Can't get off to the start he was looking for. The ball wrestled away from Tim McQuiston. So it's Lowry down court and left alone for 3. Miners not getting away to the start they wanted. Hayes hands the ball off to Campbell, and there's the first points for Ballarat.
Yeah, that's just the start that Ballarat wanted, and get out some of those nerves that both teams will have.
McQuiston to Newsom, who also is one who enjoys playing against the minors. 23.5 points per game this season for Newsom. Here he is. That's 5 above his season average. And there he is knocking down the first 2-point basket.
Yeah, good penetration into the paint for the pull-up jump shot. It'll be interesting to see how Frankston start tonight because McQuiston's in the starting lineup, whereas Peter Wayne started last week. So it might take them just a little while to get their rhythm.
McQuiston out to Newsom, but the minors back quickly. So it's Frankston setting up. Around the McQuiston scene, Newsom very busy. Basket will count. He's fouled and will go to the stripe.
Yeah, well, there was a good pick there by Tim McQuiston at the top of the key there that freed up Newsom for the drive to the basket. And you can see it here. A good screen there. He drives hard, gets a bit of a bump there by Hayes and makes the 2. A very nice pick and roll at the top of the paint there.
Reece Newsom hasn't missed yet as his team 3 points in front.
Well, Frankston have got to a good start here, and they'll want to try and slow Ballarat down and force them into the half-court game, because this is where they'll be able to get their help defence a lot better. Nice basket.
Eric Hayes scores his first basket. One of the veterans in this Ballarat team. And of course, enjoyed that championship last year. Springs. Taking it all the way. Batted away by Grant Keys. Setting away Lowry. Keys follows up. Sees the opening. Nice, strong move to the basket. The rebound from McQuiston.
Yeah, Ballarat will want to make that, but you'll see Ballarat push the ball at Frankston all night because they push the ball. It mightn't be in the first quarter, but the fourth quarter, it'll take their toll on the bigger Frankston team.
Muhlenberg launches 3. Falls for Campbell. He puts the foot to the floor. Hayes.
Well, that's typical Ballarat game. Get the ball, push it down the floor, spread it around, and then look to take the quick shot and force the opposition.
So Miners back in front by 1. Nearly 3 minutes played in the first quarter. 4 12-minute quarters in the CBA. Wanted the travel there, Lowry, on Newsom. Now it Springs. Out to Muhlenberg. Working very hard on him, Hayes. And taking the errant shot. It's Eric Cooks. Campbell coming down quickly. Now the hand in from Blackley.
Well, there's typical Ballarat play. They'll get after you at the defensive end. They'll force a bad shot. You can see a nice handoff there by Matt Campbell to Keys. And that was all because of the good defense at the other end of the floor. And that's the way the Ballarat like to play. They crank up the D. They'll take a few risks, force you to take some poor shots, then they'll get the ball and they'll run.
He's a 56% free throw shooter in the national playoffs. The team shooting it at 71% from the line. Frankston at 67%, but that was basically because of a poor free throw shooting performance last week.
Ballarat, you can see there, they've looking like they're going to want to up the tempo and put some pressure on from the foul shots. They pressed a bit up the floor, so you can see that they want to crank the game up and play at a faster pace.
Keys, Garling, Muhlenberg, looking for someone inside, but good defence on Springs. He can't get the rebound after Blackley missed the shot. Lowry now looking to extend that lead of the Miners. Damon Lowry comes up short, but he's fouled.
A tough move there. But you can see again, the Ballarat defence is having a very good effect at the moment. And Frankston aren't into their half-court game at the moment. And so a few poor shots. I mean, that shot by Blake is not really his strong point. Probably a little bit outside his range. But Ballarat rebounded the ball well and then pushed it down and attacked them again.
Damon Lowry averaging 27 points against the Blues this season.
Let's see if they press this time. Yeah, they're pressing up the floor again, extended the defence.
4-point break to the
Ball movement to Blackley, hand in from Lowry. And a hands foul called by referee Butler.
To me, Frankston just look a little bit flat at the moment. They just look a little bit tired. They look a little bit heavy in their legs. Maybe because, Ballarat is a very athletic team. And that might be the reason.
Might just look that way. McQuiston out to Springs, who hasn't got in the game as yet. Key's guarding him. Top of the key. Now setting the screen for Muhlenberg. Very tenacious defence early on from the Ballarat Miners.
Yeah, and they're switching everything too, Peter, which is making things a bit tough.
Feed inside with a big block coming from Cooks. 3 on 2 here. Keys the reverse.
Very nice play there by Ballarat to push the ball down the floor and finished off very nicely by Keys. Ballarat are switching a lot here on defence and causing some problems here. See?
It's a 9-0 run that the Miners are on. Muhlenberg looking to try and end that if he can. Newsom being bothered by the nuisance Lowry. Springs launching 3. Hit one last week in the semi-final, so why not? And that's broken that run from the Miners.
Yeah, well, they needed that, Frankston, and probably Ballarat would have been pretty happy with Albert taking that shot there, because that's not a strong point of his game. But like you said, Pete, he made one last week, so he must be feeling it again tonight.
And Peter Wayne comes in now. Starter last week, McQuiston sitting down after some 4 minutes of basketball.
You can see here Lowry got caught, Springs got caught with Lowry. And a big 3 there, but Springs got caught with Lowry there, and Damien Lowry took him to the basket, got fouled, and from the ignition play, the ball come in bounds and he hit a big 3.
Springs fouled by Keys as he drives hard.
Well, that's Albert's strength, Peter. He likes to isolate his man and then take him to the basket.
So Ridgway, the captain, comes in for the Bayside Blues. Buckley sitting down.
We've got 2 very astute coaches here tonight, so it's going to be very interesting.
Springs. Keys came in, forced him to try and lay it in high off the glass. The lob all the way to Keys, who's very busy early on, but there's the travel along the baseline against Hayes.
Good penetration in the zone, though.
Wayne. There's the foul from Sheehan.
Foul there against number 12.
The Ballarat are making Frankston earn everything down here. You can see that they're putting a lot of ball pressure on, and that's forcing Frankston a little bit out of their half-court game, making them go that few steps extra than they normally go. And it's having the right effect. They haven't found a hole at the moment, and these 2 foul shots will be crucial to get them running again.
Mark Ridgway only makes one of them, but Kristen gets in for the rebound. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wayne into Springs. Need to work hard against Cooks. Keeps it alive, only for Sheehan. Open floor, Lowry.
We'll be worrying at times here for Bill Runchie. His team is really struggling at the offensive end here, and I think what they have to do is they've got to come up with some nice, strong baskets. They've also got to pick up their defense.
Lowry not letting Newsom get any latitude at all. McQuiston needs some help here. Looks after it well. Ridgway goes hard and he's fouled.
Well, that's what Bill Runchie would be after there, and he's been up clapping on there because they've come up dry from the perimeter, so they need to attack more inside. You can see he gets in here, and Cooks comes over late. He's not there and gets called for the foul. That's what Frankston will need to do. If they can't hit the perimeter shots, they're going to have to look to attack a little bit more inside.
And with 2 fouls, Eric Cooks sitting down. Plenty of Frankston fans have driven up for this game. Ballarat a little bit less to drive for their fans, but the planes were full as well. Mark Ridgway is disappointed.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of frustration there, and they need to loosen up a little bit.
First points for a while.
Well, the rings are 10 feet, aren't they, in all the stadiums, so they just got to loosen up a little bit here.
Sheehan, what about the 3-pointer? Lowry doesn't take long to think about it and knock it down.
Yeah, well, that's what Brendan Joyce would be very happy about that. because they're going to play that zone there. They've got to be prepared to hit the perimeter shots. And it's going to be very important for the Ballarat team to do that. They've got plenty of good shooters from the perimeter, though, so they won't be scared to take them.
Lowry has double figures already. He's hit both those 2-pointers for the Miners. Muhlenberg has been kept quiet until now.
Yes, and Frankston lead him to cut loose a little bit.
3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Lowry. He was very impressive against Nunawading.
You can see Frankston here now matching up. They're in their match-up zone, passing players off. And Ballarat will have to get some good ball reversal and some penetration.
Campbell takes it in his way with Springs. Oh, Hayes got around Springs.
Yeah, beautiful shot there. He was sort of playing for the foul there, and it didn't get called. He was forced to shoot it, but he made a nice shot.
9-point lead for the Ballarat Miners. Here's Newsom. He's got rid of Lowry here. Got the foul as well. Can't believe it.
Yeah, nice play, but Ballarat's forced him to put it on the floor, and he was forced to go into the paint there, but he's made a nice play there. You can see here, he's forced in here, he's dribbling low. Keys comes across there, gives him a bump. Good
Didn't
body
like
control to finish it off.
Grant Keys, but it was there. So the 3-point play from Reece Newsom.
He's playing well for him at the moment. He's come ready to play tonight.
Sometimes it's the case, isn't it? Some players like playing against certain opposition. Ballarat is one team that Reece Newsom enjoys himself playing against. It's all stuck in the hand there for a moment or two, Keys. I think it's Muhlenberg that's called for the foul. Hands.
Yeah, he's asking for a double dribble there, and he might be right. I'm not sure, but you can see Frankston in their zone there, and they're in foul trouble, so they're going to be shooting bonuses all the time here. It changes from a 1-2-2 to a 2-3, and you'll notice Muhlenberg come off the baseline every so often there to match up on the perimeter shooter.
Grant Keys at the line. The second time in this game. Miners have missed just the one free throw. So certainly the early ascendancy is with the Ballarat team.
They're pressing up after the made foul shot. That's again to try and kick Frankston up a gear and get him out of their half-court game.
Way into Springs. Hayes really working hard to deprive Elmwood Springs. Nice big left hand though. He had to shoot it over some tall timber there.
That's his bread and butter. One bounce to the middle, spin to the baseline, and off the glass.
6 points the difference. Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Keys to Campbell. 21 is Dion Collard. Campbell. Collard still free on the right wing. No problems. Matthew Sheehan. The bench is coming up well for Ballarat too.
One thing Frankston must do is respect Ballarat's bench, especially if they start to make a couple, because they can shoot the ball from the three-point line. Nice drive there by Ridgway.
So it'll fade away from the captain. 7 points the difference, and the Miners have hit all their three-point attempts, and the travel against an unbelieving Eric Hayes.
Well, Brendan Joyce not very happy about that call.
You said two wily customers controlling the destinies of their teams from the bench, Brendan Joyce and Bill Runchie.
Yeah, well, Brendan's been known to be a fiery player in his day, and I'm sure he'll take that into his coaching.
His third year at the Minor Dome, and of course coached them to the National Championship last year. Ridgway missing. Good look and pass from Eric Hayes. Running the floor very well, the Ballarat Miners. Sheehan decides to pull it out.
See, Frankston slowed Ballarat down a little bit into the half-court game. That's what
Campbell launches the three. Oh, they haven't missed from out there.
Well, they're capable of shooting like that, Pete, and Frankston are going to be very wary of their three-point shooters.
They gave the 3 pointers, pointed to the wrong team there. It's 29-19 the score. Into the last 15 seconds. 10 points in front are the Ballarat Miners.
They look to try and get this up at about the 6-second mark, 5-second mark. In 3, this is going to be big.
Not that time. Roos nearly tips it back in. They're not going to get a chance to get the shot away. Well, they controlled the tempo and just about gave all their bench a run at the same time, the Ballarat Miners, and have got a 10-point lead. So Hayes jumps against Springs. Keys off to Campbell. Hayes. Campbell for 3. They only missed 1 in the first quarter. And as you said, Gordy, these rings are tight and it's coming back a long way off the iron.
Especially when you shoot from the 3-point line, it's going to come out nice and wide.
Keys takes it strong. Beautiful running hook shot.
And that's exactly what Brendan Joyce said. He wants to attack this zone from inside. You can see it here. It goes in the Keys here. He knows he's more agile than McQuiston. Puts it on the floor and makes a nice running hook. A great play.
Newsom trying to get something happening for the Blues. Muhlenberg, only 1 field goal in the first quarter.
They're going to need him to fire up a little bit for him.
Springs hit 1 from out there in the first quarter, and the fact that he's taking them is, well, worrying for Frankston.
Yeah, a bit of frustration there, and Brendan Joyce would be very happy about that sort of shot.
So the Blues come up empty-handed again.
They're back to man-to-man
Miners
now.
through Campbell. Couldn't get it out. Blackley tips it down. Nice pass to the running Muhlenberg from Albert Springs.
That's exactly what they want. They forced the turnover there and they ran on Ballarat. You can see here, he gets off to the races, makes a nice finger roll. So Frankston have gone back into man-to-man because Ballarat are dominating the game offensively and defensively at the moment, and Bill Runcie feels he has to change things up.
Lowry guarded by Springs. He feeds the ball into Keys, and there's that rebound for Keys. Open shot with the left hand. Hayes comes in and hits it out of bounds.
Well, if Frankston are going to get back into this game, they're going to have to start playing better defense and they're going to have to rebound the ball. Sure, offensively they have to loosen up a bit, but the first thing they got to do is stop Ballarat.
Looks a little bit like the Frankston-Rockhampton semi-final last week. Only the boots on the other foot this time for the Blues. They're the ones not rebounding the ball. Down by 13 on the glass. And there's another turnover. Sheehan in out to Campbell, but pass wasn't good enough for him to get a shot away. Lowry just slowing the tempo down for the Ballarat team.
They're going to run a set play here.
The 233s. Campbell and Newsom. Keys goes hard and draws a cheap foul.
You can see they're isolating Keys because McQuiston's matched up on him, and they know, Ballarat know that Keys is a lot more mobile than McQuiston. If he can get him away from the basket here, you can see him here, McQuiston closes out, Keys just blows past him, and then Muhlenberg gets a cheap hands foul, having to help out. So Ballarat at the moment are spreading him out, isolating their players, and then attacking the biggest lower players of Frankston.
And there's McQuiston sitting down again. And Wayne coming in. Keys hasn't missed yet from the line.
Keys is quite a achiever for Ballarat throughout the year. He's been getting some good numbers here.
Yes, averaging 18.5 per game in the regular season as Blackley goes hard and gets fouled by Keys. Basket will count.
That's a bit of an inspirational play. Same again, Ballarat presses up the floor. Frankston attack it through the middle. Dish it off to Blackley. He took it to hole nicely.
Blackley, 2 points so far. Couldn't make the bonus there, but Kiwi violation against Ballarat. So they're keeping that 10-point buffer, the Ballarat Miners.
Frankston will be looking to get a stop here and get this, get the score under 10 points here, and then start to graft away.
Foul from Wayne. squeezing it hard, Eric Hayes.
You can see Frankston having trouble though. The quicker Ballarat players, they spread them out, get them on the perimeter, and Peter Wayne can't stay with Eric Hayes out in the perimeter there.
30 years of age, Eric Hayes.
Frankston gone zone out of bounds. That's exactly what they did last week.
Good mixture of experience and local youth, the Ballarat Miners team, and the offensive foul called against the 19-year-old, Matthew Sheehan.
Well, Brendan Joyce not happy there.
No, maybe he's right.
Yeah, it's a tough call, and the referee had to make the split-second call, and Blackley made the referee make a call there by going to the floor.
2 fouls on Sheehan. Cooks, we haven't seen a lot of him. He's picked up 3 quick fouls. Keys has 3. Wayne goes back after his shot, but it's Keys that gets the rebound. Campbell away.
The thing he's pressed me at the moment about Ballarat, Peter, is that they're a smaller team, but they're out rebounding Frankston through sheer determination.
Yes, on average 2 centimetres shorter are Ballarat, and Albert Springs doesn't like the call from referee Payne.
Yeah, well, that's an unusual matchup there, isn't it? The point guard with Albert Springs marking on the perimeter, and Damien Lau is going to take it out of him all night there, and Brendan Joyce will come. You can see there, he put it on the floor, got called for a blocking foul.
Lowry feeding him inside. Keys comes up short. Oh, nice rebound. That's Matthew Sheehan just showing perfectly how Ballarat are dominating the glass here.
Well, if Franks are going to stay in that zone when they go out of bounds, they've got to rebound the basketball.
3-pointers not going down for them in the second quarter. It's 3 misses since the break for the Miners. Still 10 points the difference. 8 minutes to go. First half. Muhlenberg, the dish inside to Albert Springs. Dumping it down when everyone thought he was going to shoot it.
And there could be trouble here too, because when that happened, it landed on Keys, and Hayes was pushed into Keys here, and he could be in some trouble. This could be a bit worrying time here for Ballarat if Keys has hurt himself.
So it's Blackley, Newsom, Springs, Muhlenberg and Wayne on court for Frankston, and has since a minute or 2 into this second quarter. Lowry and Sheehan, Campbell, Cooks and Hayes for Ballarat. Sheehan shooting it over the top of Springs. Muhlenberg gets the rebound, so that will please his coach. He needs the guard to help him. The Springs on halfway.
One thing Frankston did there, exactly what Bill Lunchy said. We've got to stop the ball going into the high post there and just try and keep them on the perimeter. If they can do that, it'll slow Ballarat down.
Peter Wayne, this will certainly even things up. Here's Blackley getting in for the rebound, but just losing the grip on it. 8 points, no lead at all. 7 minutes into the second half, but still all of a sudden the first 3-pointer goes down from Eric Hayes, and that brings it back out to 11.
The Ballarat are going for it. They know, you can see here, good penetration by Lowry, dishes out to Hayes, and it's a nice bucket there from the 3-point line. They've changed it to a half-court trapper. You can see him trapping into the corner.
Peter Wayne, good quickness to get away from that. Nice ball movement from the Blues. Peter Wayne gets 2 points.
Well, they're going to need that. Franks is going to need someone from the perimeter to start to make a few so they can bring them out, and then so they can tack them inside. So both coaches are mixing things up at the moment.
Sheehan hitting the side of the backboard. Muhlenberg brings it down. 6.5 minutes to go, and there's some heavy work off the boards. Springs and Cooks having a staring match. And it's against Albert Springs.
Yeah, he's got him for hooking the defence down there and on a double screen away.
Third foul on Albert Springs.
Yeah, well, both now Cooks on 3 and Springs on 3. Worrying times for both coaches.
9 points for Albert Springs. Derek Hayes taking a breather behind him. Brooks kicking it out to Lowry from the top of the key. Muhlenberg does really well there. Presence of mind not to step out of court with it and to find a teammate. Wayne to Newsom, who's been kept quiet after starting in a blaze of glory. Open for the three, Ridgway. And Ballarat should know what he can do from out there.
But this is pretty entertaining, 40-30.
Still, Ballarat haven't really been able to blow out the lead past 10 points in this quarter. Is it back to 7? No. Ridgway misses. Oh, there's a foul. Muhlenberg ripping the arm of Keys there when Keys had the rebound.
You can see Ballarat went to a zone there, left someone on the perimeter open, and you can see he gets away there. Frankston asking for a foul there after he shot the ball, and Muhlenberg gets caught, and they're saying, well, what about the earlier one? So that hurts.
So Muhlenberg now 3 fouls. Keys been perfect in this game. Not just from the stripe. I've liked his game at both ends.
He's been very efficient, and he's doing a great job for him. We'll see if Ballarat press up here.
12 points now for Grand Keys in the grand
This
final.
time.
Half court. They're in a half court
this.
trap. Here they go. They're trapping.
Newsom forced up high by Matt Nunn now, number 8, seeing time. So Sutton and Brown, the only Ballarat players not to see court time yet. Ridgway misses. Good rebound, Peter Wayne. He's fouled as well, but couldn't get the basket. Still a bit of enthusiasm. Trying to get the loose ball.
Yeah, they had good rebounding position there with 3 players on the inside there, and Peter Wayne was able to get the ball, and he's been fouled. Important time for Frankston here to get these 2 and then get a few stops before half-time so they can chip away and get it under 10. They don't want to be going out 15 points down at half-time.
Ballarat push the ball up to 4. Campbell showed too much of that one to Springs, getting it away before Cooks could grab it. So there's that first stop. 42-32. 4 minutes to go. Wayne from the foul line. Now, there goes Nunn. Cooks the dump. Oh, great play into Keys. Great running of the floor from the Miners.
Well, that's their strength, and could have been easy for Cooks to have taken that himself. You can see they come here, Cooks goes up, sees the man underneath, dumps him off. Nice high percentage play.
Peter Wayne has it blocked by Campbell.
Ballarat's junking their defence up here. They're playing a little bit of match-up zone themselves.
Lowry just slowing it down. For 3. Muhlenberg arrived just in time to put him off, but done well has Matt Nunn since he's come on, number 8. Even better now. Well, that was about 7 metres, that 3-pointer.
That's NBA range, that. I mean, he pulls a big rebound here and it comes out to him. He's well outside, nothing but net. You can see here Ballarat pushing up the floor again, going to look to trap here. They're not letting Frankston settle down to any sort of rhythm. They're chopping and changing their defences and having desired effect.
Matthew Cotter going for the first time, number 10. 30 seconds, the ball coming off the foot of Lowry. But Newsom sitting on the bench for Cotter to come in, and the way he began, Newsom, thought he was going to be the Blues trump card, but they've really tightened the screws on him, Ballarat. Forced him to be sat down. Nice ball movement there from Springs to Wayne, who's the go-to man at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's Albert Springs' strength there. He's a very good passer, and they were able to get the ball inside and get a cutter and make a nice basket. They've got to get some defensive stops at this end. They've gone back to man now to try and change things a bit. Ballarat are going to run a set play here.
2.5 minutes to go in the first half. Hayes was shooting it before he had the ball. Cotter. Peter Wayne be the one they go to. There's the block from Cooks. 2 on 2 now. Cooks left it behind. Gee, the bench has really played well for Ballarat. Matt Nunn, a quick 5 points.
That's the thing about Ballarat. All their bench can shoot the ball. If they're confident, it's going down for them. They like to run and shoot the basketball. Frankston has to get someone who's going to start to nail some buckets. And Ridgway makes a big 3 when they really need it.
It's his second three-pointer. They're 3 of 11 from beyond the arc. The Blues, the Miners, shooting it at 50%, 6 of 12. But it's right on schedule for a 100+ points game for the Ballarat Miners. 49 with the 90 seconds to go in the first half. Gee, Nunn, he's the man to give it to right now. And don't the bench players love to see one of their own doing well?
Well, they run a little isolation play there for him. Ballarat knows that they got Frankston. They have to come out and play him. They got after him. They isolated the man on the wing and they went to someone who's got the hot hand.
Cotter. Looks like going down. Blues desperate to get back and stop here. They won't. Cooks slams it down. Nice. Brilliant last 2.5 minutes this has been for Ballarat. That's out to 16 points. Cotter for 3. Last 2 shots have been pretty ugly. That's nice from Muhlenberg.
Yeah, well, the wrong people are shooting the ball from Frankston from line, and they've got to get back to their strengths where they normally have with Muhlenberg. Get him in the game, get Springs in the game, and Wayne. It's all Ballarat at the moment.
5 seconds difference between that game clock and the shot clock. Lowry calling the play.
They'll milk it down here and they'll run a special play. They're going to go to Nunn. I wouldn't be surprised if they look to get Hayes a 3-point shot away from the ball.
Nunn launches 3. Now they've got all the time left, and that's
Lowry's got one-on-one here.
With Springs, who got a hand on it. Launched by Muhlenberg. But Ballarat Miners, fantastic first half of basketball from them. They're halfway towards consecutive CBA championships. They're 14 points up. Gordy, I'm sure if you'd told Frankston Eric Cooks will only have 4 points at half-time, they would have said, beauty, we'll take that. We'll be in front. Instead, they're 14 points down. How can they turn it around?
Well, it's quite simple. They've got to crank their defence up, they've got to loosen up offensively, and they've really got to go out here in these next 2 quarters and give them everything. I mean, it's not a thing where they've got to panic. I mean, they can chip away and just get the lead down to under double figures by the end of the 3rd quarter and then try and go on from there. But unless they rebound the ball, play some defence, loosen up and get some people who will shoot the ball well for them, they're going to struggle. Because Ballarat have got everything going for them with their defence. They're taking it down, shooting the ball with confidence. And at this stage, they're looking very good. It'll be interesting to see how they start this second half.
Cooks gets it down to Keys. Good hands there from Blackley, knocking it away from Lowry. The Keys, top scorer in the game, 16 points and 7 rebounds for the Ballarat Miners. And number 6. Just missing that time. Springs knocks it away, straight back to Keys. Hungrily going after it again here. Now look more desperate, and there's Hayes coming up with a loose ball.
Well, Bill Runch, you wouldn't be happy about that. They've got to get the loose ball. They've got to rebound the ball. They're going to make Ballarat miss. They better make sure they don't give him second shots.
Hayes misses the 3-pointer. Newsom. Blackley on his left. He's got Muhlenberg on his right. He just jams straight into Hayes' chest.
Yeah, well, that's good defence there by Hayes. You can see here, he picks him here, he sees he puts a little move on here. Hayes gets there, makes the referee make the call. Was he moving across? Was it a block charge? You be the judge.
He's shown a little bit more faith in his number 4, Muhlenberg, and giving it to him, but here he is pulling the rebound down. So they've come up empty both times, Ballarat.
Frankston have to capitalise here. If they're going to miss, they're going to come down and punish at the other end.
Blackley, three-pointer, doesn't go. He dives back after it, though. It came loose to Campbell, who sets away. Cooks.
Just sense a lot of the Frankston's players, you look on their faces, they're pretty drawn. They're going to have to pick up here and really make a go at it.
So first points of the second half. The Miners. Oh, Larry's superb hands, and then Blackley fouls him.
Could even have been a professional foul. So we can see here, great steal here. Blackley comes over here. Does he make a play at the ball, or was it a deliberate push? Larry's not too happy about it. He's saying to the referee, hey.
Campbell for two. Perfect start to this half for all the Miners.
Can't let him catch and shoot. You've got to make him put the ball on the floor. I've also been impressed with Matt Campbell's defence. He's on Muhlenberg, and he's done a very good job on him.
There he is, hands up. Troy Muhlenberg. Pushed into the baseline a lot. Had to make the tough shot. Hasn't as yet. Lowry like lightning. Fouled by Blackley. Second time in about 30 seconds.
You can put that down to Matt Campbell's defence again. You could see him there. He worked very hard on Muhlenberg. He took a poor shot. They got the rebound, break to the other end.
Newsom is replaced by Ridgway. Blues top scorer with 10 points.
You can't let
the inbounds all the way to Campbell.
See, Campbell did a very good job on Andrew Gaze a few weeks ago in the VBA finals, where he kept Andrew to a reasonable margin.
Was Ballarat beaten in the VBA grand final by Geelong?
But they beat Melbourne en route in the semi-final.
That is a really tough competition, Victorian Basketball Association. Lowry almost tipped back in by Cooks.
You can see the hunger, though, of Ballarat. You know, they're after it. They're getting the loose ball. You can see Bill Runcie over there on the side with his hands on his hips. He'd be very disappointed with the way the boys are rebounding the ball at the moment.
Well, that stat doesn't bear looking at if you're a Frankston fan. 19 boards down. There's the foul on the Cooks.
You can see some frustration coming out here. You can see some frustration because McQuiston here. McQuiston, watch it here. He doesn't really, he goes past him, he just rips into him.
And he's been called for a technical foul, Cooks, in his retaliation there.
Whenever we spoke earlier on how he had a run-in with Ridgway, and he was lucky to get away with it there. And now it's neutralised the call. And I wouldn't be surprised if Brendan Joyce doesn't bring him out just to settle him down a bit here. It's in his fourth here. He's pretty upset. But he's just got to play the game. Let the referees blow the call.
A wealth of experience, 33 years of age behind him. There's the nice block coming from Springs. Maybe this will turn things around a little for the Blues. He step out of court, he did there, Blackley, under pressure.
Both teams here starting to get a little bit emotionally involved. You can see that Brendan Joyce has taken Cooks out just to settle him down a little bit.
Cooks had a little word in Scott Butler's ear too as he sat down.
I think Brendan Joyce did as well.
Been 4 points scored in this second half, which is nearly 4 minutes old. They've all been scored by Ballarat.
Well, Brendan Joyce is getting upset here on the sideline because he's asking the boys to move the ball around and make him pay. Make him play some defence for a while, then penetrate on him.
Muhlenberg's gritting his teeth here. Campbell again, forcing him wide, but this time knocked down by Troy Muhlenberg. He's got 8 points.
Well, he forced him the way he wanted him to go, and he made a tough shot. Frankston's going to need a lot more of that from Muhlenberg if they're going to get back into this game.
Frankston improved their shooting a little bit in the second quarter, up from 29% to 35.5%. Ballarat missing. Quite shooting it as well as they were early. 50% for them. Muhlenberg misses the three-point attempt. Keys feeds it out to Lowry. Lowry's controlled the tempo of the game very well for his team.
Ballarat seem like they're struggling a little bit now too with Cooks out and Keys out. Sorry, Keys is in there with Cooks has gone out.
Springs again guarding Lowry. Hayes on the baseline.
See, good penetration there again. Draws the defence, dishes off. You can see here, Lowry gets into the paint, draws the D, dishes off to Hayes, makes a nice basket. The Christian comes in late and gets a blocking foul.
Wayne in for Blackley for Frankston. Ballarat, Sheehan's come in. Substituted.
Ballarat got their 3 guards on here and they're looking to trap a little bit, so they're going to go quick again. Got a very mobile group on now here.
Oh, great help defence coming from Hayes there as Ridgeway got around Keys. Muhlenberg starting to find the range.
That's a good sign for Frankston. Ballarat got a small group on, but they're going to look to press and really scrap it up a little bit.
Sheehan, being guarded by Newsom. Lowry takes on Wayne. Springs stops his push to the basket, and there's Keys, his first points in the second half. We've got 18 for the game.
Well, he's been playing a very nice game for them, and they needed that bucket there.
Leader of all scorers.
Wayne popping it up over the top. Matt Sheehan.
There's a few signs starting to go for Frankston. They're starting to make a few shots here, so if they can get a few stops, get the game close here, because they haven't really played that well so far. The game of basketball can swing.
This is going basket for basket at the moment, but should Ballarat come up empty, 1 or 2 trips down the floor, Frankston might get a sniff. Nice dump inside. Campbell gets another chance, then coming down. Fake there, drawing the foul from Ridgeway.
Yeah, Frankston appealing there for a charge call on that Campbell when he passed off there. They weren't too happy about that. Ballarat are scrapping very well though. Bill Runch is a little bit frustrated over there with the referees. He feels like he's not getting the calls at the both ends.
19-year-old Matt Campbell playing the game of his life here.
Well, he's been playing well for him for most of the year. He's been getting stronger and stronger as the year's gone on.
Leads 19 points now. It's Muhlenberg. Campbell getting the foul called on him there. That's just the second team foul in the quarter on the Ballarat Miners already. Frankston Blues have 5 team fouls. Still 6 minutes to go in the half. Hayes there, the foul on Springs.
Referees are starting to blow the game a little bit tighter here. Northfield's getting a little bit away, so they're going to bring the boys back into where they should be.
Springs up front.
Brendan Joyce also asked for the defence to pick up on Muhlenberg because he's starting to find his touch.
He's guarding him here. Springs. Hayes stopped him, taking it to the hole. Wayne gets his own board back. Now they've got to get a stop. So far it's gone basket for basket in this second half.
Frankston giving a bit of their own medicine, going to the offensive boards.
Sheehan getting a 2-point basket. Sheehan 5 points in the game. Bit of urgency about the Frankston Blues here. Reece Newsom from the foul line short. They've got another offensive board. Great play, Albert Springs, who's fouled by Eric Hayes.
Yeah, but Ballarat wouldn't be too upset about that because all Frankston's offense at the moment is on the floor. They're dribbling the ball too much, and if they're going to put it on the floor, Ballarat have the more athletic players to defend that. So that's exactly the way they want to play. it a little bit more.
Now this will help. No, from Newsom. Keys goes back to Sheehan. Oh, they leave Keys on his own. Well, I don't know. They forgot about what they were doing there.
Poor transition defence, but heads-up play there by Sheehan. He recognised the defence, turned his head, and threw a nice little lob pass for an easy layup.
So it's 17 points still in favour of Ballarat. Campbell, and Muhlenberg throws it with his back to the basket.
Muhlenberg looking at the referee, but I thought that was good defence by Campbell. He held his ground.
Hayes into Keys again in the low post. Not the third time, surely. Muhlenberg with it.
The Franks are certainly trying to run a little bit more now. A bit more
strong. Albert Springs, it's called a charge. No basket. Oh, I thought that was tough.
Here we're seeing here some penetration. He takes off. Well, he looks like he's there. Is he under the basket or is he out from it? This is the toughest thing in basketball. Is it a charge? Is it a block? The referee has to make a split-second decision. And sometimes they get it right, sometimes they get it wrong.
5-second violation. Turnover.
Bill Runchie will be happy with that. Didn't get the ball in 5 seconds.
Both the coaches are fairly vocal to the referees. But that's
Scoring-wise, it's just slowed down a little bit. Frankston can exploit this. They're still in this game. Wayne should have dished it off to Springs. He drew the defence, Peter Wayne. It's consecutive charge calls. So,
here we can see the track coming.
Lowry with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Comes out from the foul line, stuck back by Keys. He's got 20 points now.
Well, we've been saying it all night about those rebounds.
Three-pointer misses. Newsom getting the rebound. Starting to get a few offensive boards at least, but they're just going basket for basket at the moment.
Yeah, but they extended up the floor a little bit, so trying to up the tempo a little bit. And they got the turnover they wanted.
Yes, Campbell knew he was right on the sideline. Bad pass from Sheehan. Going all the way Blackley. So consecutive baskets. And substitution, Lowry goes out and Sutton comes on. Number 20, the 20-year-old Daniel Sutton in the guard position. Is Blackley driving on Keys.
Bit of a mismatch there.
Now, can they get a stop here? Hayes goes hard. Oh, tremendous board from Muhlenberg.
Brendan Joyce subbed out Lowry there, and he's giving him a blow with it.
I think because he let Blackley go to the hole.
Yeah, he's going to give him a rest and get a good 3 minutes break, and then he'll have him to come out and lead the team in the last quarter.
Newsom. Hayes tries to go with him. It's there. So the last 2 minutes of the second quarter belonged to Ballarat, and they blew it out to 14 points. Now it's the Miners who have to hold out the Blues here.
Frankston trying to get control of the game.
Oh, doesn't that hurt you? Sutton comes into the game, hits his... sorry, it's not Sutton.
Dion Collard,
sorry.
Just when you think you're getting somewhere beaten, and they do that to you. That really hurts.
Muhlenberg. There's the difference, 14 points.
For me, Frankston are looking better, though. They've upped their tempo, and now they're taking it Ballarat.
Collard to Keys. Well, it doesn't matter how tough the shot is. Grant Keys has had no problems tonight.
Well, that was a great post move. Looked on the inside, spun baseline, and made a very tough shot from behind the backboard.
Which way? Short. Keys getting the board.
Doing it all, both ends.
Collard. For Knocks it away to Hayes, who shoots it with 2 seconds to go and not too far away either. So the Ballarat fans chanting. The third CBA championship on the way for Ballarat. Well, a little bit better pass from Campbell. Larry would have got the first points of the fourth quarter. But Bayside get it.
They come up with a score here and get the momentum starting to go their way. Then come get a few stops.
And there goes Blackley hard. Rebound from Cooks. Plenty of time to regain his equilibrium on the bench after he got a little bit heated with things out there. Hayes thought about shooting that. Keys, 26 points.
Yeah, good penetration there by Hayes and dished off the Keys for a nice basket.
Blackley goes hard again and then swings a backhander at Keys, who sets away Hayes, who travels around Muhlenberg. Blackley driven hard twice and hasn't scored and got a bit frustrated.
And Bill Runcie has taken out Blackley here and he's brought in young Cotter to see if he can spark a little bit of tempo. He's a little firebrand who likes to get up and get after him defensively, and he's trying to ignite him with a bit of spark. Nice backdoor play there and a foul.
The skipper Ridgway. He inspires something from his team. He goes to the line to shoot the bonus. Hayes called for the foul, just his second.
He just got caught there. A little backdoor play.
It's looking a lot like the women's final, Gordy. Every time the trailing team mounts some sort of push, the team that have controlled the game all day just come back and hit the baskets. Not that time, though. Campbell, and he's the one that's knocked it out of court.
Yeah, you're right. And Frankston are going to have to change that with some defence and find a few people to get a hot hand. They'll be looking to this guy to do that.
Springs over the top of Cooks.
Well, that's his tough game, but he hasn't really had the ball there much tonight, and probably had to look to push it in there a bit. Make a few things happen for him.
Now the Frankston fans chant for a bit of D from their Blues. Cooks against Muhlenberg. Oh, made the impossible look very easy.
Well, that's his toughest spot on that low block there, and they'll look to give it to him there all night.
Cotter, dummy run, gave it back to Muhlenberg. Newsom had it wrenched out of his hands by Cooks.
You could see good Ballarat help defence there. When he put the ball on the floor, there was plenty of help from the weak side. And that's the reason they've got this lead. It's from their defence.
And they're questioning the referees all the time. They did it just before the restart here at three-quarter time, and then Springs questioning the referee, John Payne, while the play was going on around him.
Well, you can see here that Muhlenberg was bodying up, pushing at him, and the referee calls the foul. Let a little bit go early there, then called the foul. But it's funny because Frankston, that's the way that they beat teams throughout the year, and Ballarat's given them their own medicine here tonight. They're controlling the tempo.
Sheehan has replaced Campbell, and there's the lob into Keys, knocked away by Muhlenberg. Newsom, beautiful to the running. Springs at full pace. Basket will count. Another bonus free throw coming up. Well, if anybody can come from behind and snatch an improbable victory, it's the Frankston Blues. Well, they did it earlier in the national playoffs last week. It was a bit of an unusual game for them in that they led all night.
They do have the potential to start to get hot from the three-point line. All of their players can do that.
14 points. They cut the deficit to 12.
So 12 points the difference.
The next couple of minutes are going to be very important here. You get a couple of stops here and get it under double figures, Ballarat might tighten up a little bit.
Springs doing a good job on Lowry. Keys handing it off to Hayes. Charge called. Up to Cooks, rather. Charge foul called against Keys.
Yeah, well, they look to try and get Cooks the ball inside there, and Keys got the guy in the closeout. There's some good help here from Frankston.
So Keys has 4 fouls.
Here's one for you, Blues. Let's see what you can do.
9 minutes to go there. They should look to go at him as well.
Ridgeway sets the screen for a very quick Bruce Newsom. Oh, a jam and a half from Springs.
Well,
That's got to inspire something.
that's exactly what you can see here. Ridgeway goes, throws it, loses the handle on it. Springs gets up there and jams it over the top of Cooks.
Hayes answers back. No, it's Lowry with the drive.
Yeah, equally nice drive there. A little bit of a dipsy doodle there for a nice bucket. The game's starting to hot up again.
Still plenty of time left. 8:15. Cotter. Campbell guarding him. Hayes now looking after Muhlenberg. Taking it inside anyway, but they had no one there to get the rebound.
Nice block there by Cooks there in the help.
There's the lob. Cooks from Campbell.
Yeah, caught him on the transition D there. Ballarat, no, that was a big play too, because Frankston have been coming back at him.
They pull it back to 14. Muhlenberg slips away from Hayes. Oh, good work from Cooks. Secondly with the rebound. Firstly in forcing the shot wide. And he gets a foul as well.
The impressive thing here is the Ballarat help defence. They made Muhlenberg change his shot, and they've been doing that all night.
5 fouls now on Muhlenberg.
5 fouls for Muhlenberg.
Don't be surprised here if they run a clear out here, so they isolate.
And
Easy bucket.
their little lob pass again.
Very good coaching there by Brendan Joyce. Recognised the 5 foul situation. He's matched up on Cook, so they post him up. They'll go at him.
Springs tried to keep it alive, but it's Sheehan who sets Campbell away. They're running to victory now. The Ballarat Miners with just under 7 minutes to go.
Muhlenberg forcing a little bit up there too, probably starting to hit the panic button a little bit early. Exactly what happened. See, poor shot, Ballarat get the ball, burn you with a fast break basket.
8-0 run from the Miners, who can smell victory now. Muhlenberg back for 3 from Newsom. Timely to say the least.
We're going to need some more of those.
Newsom has 15 points. And it was he who knocked the ball away from the cutting Hayes.
You can just see Ballarat though, getting Cooks into that low post position with Muhlenberg on him and looked attacking. Frankston's just gone to a zone here.
And it's Springs that has to guard Cooks there and does a good job of it.
The Blues ball.
A little bit more desperation there on the boards from Frankston.
Ridgeway goes out. Blackley comes in.
Ridgeway's out.
Well, I think Blackley should keep taking it to the hole like he did at the start of the quarter. He came up without any points, but...
Well, he's had a good rest, so he should be pretty fresh to come in there and give them that spark that they need.
Peter Wayne can shoot it. Oh, banks it in with the running right hand.
Not Peter Wayne's strength there to put it on the floor, but he's made a big basket for him.
Oh, they've always come back, and Campbell has played a brilliant... Well, all but 5 minutes of basketball. If he can finish it off, he's been one of their best.
You've got to give credit to Ballarat, though. All year they've been prepared to stand up and take that shot, and they've made most of it.
Wayne couldn't get the rebound because of Eric Cooks. Going the whole way, knocking it down. They're growing in confidence.
Yeah, good double down on Muhlenberg at the other end led to a fast break.
Sheehan with that basket. No three-pointer that time. Oh, Springs. Basket won't count.
Things aren't looking good for Frankston here. They've got to do something. They've got to make something happen here. Probably a sign of things for Frankston. Everything's been short for them tonight. It's just not happening.
Well, bonus free throws. Maybe they can get themselves back in there. Draw the fouls from the Miners.
See Ballarat starting to spread the floor, making them chase them. They'll open it up, use a bit of clock, and then they'll just pick someone out. Frankston is switching everything.
Campbell, had 2 looks in the hole, that basketball, and he got the rebound. Perhaps some of the lesser lights tonight from Ballarat have been the ones that have led this for them, the likes of Campbell and Keys. Lowry's just controlled it so well from the point.
That's been the team's strength all year, Peter. They have a long bench, and Brendan Joyce puts a lot of emphasis on playing the team basketball, and those players have come in and done the job for him.
Peter Wayne hanging all over Grant Keys there.
Times when teams have shut down the more fancy players, the Australian players have stood up and got the job done for them. Keys, Campbell.
He's confident to dribble it around there.
And as the season's gone on, Sheen's been doing a very good job for him as well.
Here goes Campbell to dump it in there, but Wayne was in the way. And a steal almost. Cooks. Newsom 19 points.
Well, he's been fighting all night for him. He's been one of their better players, and he certainly hasn't thrown the towel in. He's going right down to the wire.
Every trip down the floor from Ballarat, though, it's a 25-second offence. And that clock, just 3 minutes left on it for the Blues.
We get a steal.
Blackley in the open floor. Oh, the follow-up goes from Springs. Difference is 11.
3 minutes left.
I just wonder if they took the foot off the gas a little bit early, Ballarat.
Well, Brendan Joyce has brought in Hayes a bit more quickness there. Going to run a set play here to see if they can get a score in a certain spot. We're going to look to post up Cooks inside here.
Cooks being guarded by Muhlenberg, who's on 5 fouls. 2:25 to go, just 2 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, stuck back in. Cooks. He's got better as the game's gone on. They've got to spot up to the threes now.
If something's going to stop a run, a rebound dunk, he's going to do it.
And there he's putting the defence on Wayne, finding the open man. Muhlenberg. 2 minutes to go. 11 points the difference. And here's that. Lowry got the shot away with 2 seconds to go. And the rebound stick back coming from Eric Cooks.
Nice bit of athleticism there.
Cooks got 10 points in the second half. He got frustrated for a little while, but had a long rest on the bench, calmed himself down. And there's the blocking foul called against Wayne. To the line goes Grant Keys.
Bill Runson is instructing his players. He's saying, fellas, we've got a foul. You can see here, he takes off. Peter Wayne comes across. Gets him for a blocking foul.
So Bill Runson calls his final timeout with 92 seconds to go in the grand final. It's do or die for the Frankston team. This all-Victorian grand final.
We're certainly going to tell them that they're going to have to foul every time they can and make Ballarat close the game out on the foul line. Like you said, Peter, they're probably going to be blazing away from the three-point line at the other end. Brendan Joyce coaches the way he played, with a lot of emotion, with a lot of heart, throws everything into it. Always got something to say, same as when he was a player. He was a real leader out there, a hustler, real determined player, and he's done
Not a bad record as a coach either in his third season. Looks like 2 championships.
Well, he comes from a good stable, from the Nuttawading stable. A lot of good coaches. Alan Black is another one coming out there to play with Barry Barnes. So the pedigree's there.
Grant Keys, what a night he's had. And he might sit and watch the rest from the bench. He's certainly done his job. 26 points for him. Perfect from the line, and they've certainly got inside a lot more. Well, I don't know, shooting the 3-pointers from Albert is going to be the way to go. He's done it once tonight, but that might be his quota.
Yeah. I mean, Brendan Joyce has taken Grant out, just give him a little bit more mobility out there to defend the people who are going to shoot the threes. Because Frankston's got all 3-point shooters out there at the moment. Maybe Albert's not a great 3-point shooter, but he's taking him out for that reason, not because he hasn't been playing well.
Eric Hayes, loved in Ballarat. They travelled down the road to Bendigo last year to watch their team take the championship in beating Cairns. And a lot of them have travelled up the Hume to Sydney.
Well, they're going to create history here. I don't think any other team's got back-to-back.
There's a 3-pointer going down from Muhlenberg with 67 seconds to go.
Maybe a little bit too late. They're going to have to try and foul early here to take the time off the clock.
Plenty of high fives for Matt Sheehan, who sits down. Campbell in, and Matt Nunn has come into the game, and he hit a quick fire 7 points at the end of the second half, which really iced that half of basketball for the Ballarat Miners.
Shows you how much depth they got. If a player comes on and plays like that and doesn't get to play so much in the following quarters, but we've got a lot of depth, Ballarat, and they're going to be deserved winners tonight.
Coming up short with both. Not much help from the legs there. The 27-year-old. As Muhlenberg shoots another 3. Oh, almost for Springs.
Look up the floor. There's a dunk on here. What's this?
Eric Hayes emphatically finishing it off. And if my memory serves me correctly, it might have been something like that this time last year as well.
There's no better way to finish it off with a dunk.
Newsom misses. They've got all but 2 seconds on the game clock.
Makes this will be...
Newsom holding Cooks away from the boards. And all the time left for the Blues to score. But to finish second here.
And all the Ballarat players are up, and deservedly so. They've played very well tonight.
And Nunn's going to go down to the line. Champions again, just waiting for the full stop to be put on another successful year for the Ballarat Miners.
Brendan Joyce is going to bring out all his starters here, and he's going to, so the crowd can appreciate the way his players have played. Plus he's going to give a couple of the guys that have trained all year and have also contributed to this team's performance, because they need these players to be at practice, and these will be the players of the future for Ballarat. And just to be on here and taste this is going to be real fun for them.
Nunn, Copping, Brown, and Cooks is the 5.
A lot of celebrations going on in the Ballarat bench, and you'd expect that at this time.
And they're going to get the last shot. Or maybe not. 3 points, no, and that's the story of Frankston's championship dreams.
Well, we spoke about the game earlier. We said if Ballarat can get around the 100-point mark, they're going to be hard to beat. Frankston were going to have to keep them in the low 90s to make it a game. And Ballarat were just too good with their strong defence. Their offence, they weren't scared to shoot it and run it, and that's the way they played all year, and they're deserved winners. A little bit of jubilation in there, Pete, and a whole season of very hard work.
Well, in the 2 seasons that the CBA Premiership has been a national championship, Ballarat have won it. 94, now 95, and since 1981, the CBA Premiership has never been won in consecutive years. And Ballarat, they've been into the grand final 6 of the 7 years and now have got 3 championships to show from it. They're now starting to get some reward, having finished runners-up 3 years in a row back in the early 90s.
Well, they also got grand final experience, haven't they? And they played like that tonight. Tonight for them was just another game. They went out there, they played loose, they were prepared to shoot the ball from the perimeter, they were prepared to run it. And when you play like that, you play with that confidence, well, it's going to be tough to beat.
They're going to say cutting down the net until after they've been presented with their winners' watches. And of course the team take the AJ Flaccus Cup.
To accept the trophy on behalf of his team, Brendan Joyce.
CBA President Adrian Davies has made the presentation of the awards. Now Jason Flaccus, the handover, what they've been playing for, the AJ Flaccus Cup and
first of all, I'd like to thank everybody in Sydney for coming out to tonight's game, and I think it's fantastic that the CBA come to Sydney to show you the high level of basketball it is, the highest level of basketball under the NBL. There's no doubt about it. You saw some great players tonight. I'd also like to thank Frankston. It's been the toughest team we played all year, and it was great to see them and us in the final. I really believe we're the best 2 teams out of those 36 teams in the CBA. Just with my team, I'm just so proud of this team. That, as most people involved in sport know how difficult it is to try and win a grand final twice back to back. And you probably don't have to work any harder, but you've got to work just as hard as you did last year. And believe me, these guys put out so much, and they deserve this. Fellas, you deserve it. Magnificent. Thank you.
Grant Keys, 28 points, 11 rebounds, a deserved MVP. Must really put the icing on the cake to get a consecutive national championship and play a game personally like that.
Oh yeah, it's probably a high point of my career so far, and it's probably just as good as last year. It's a great feeling, yeah.
Can you, quantify what felt the better? Was it harder winning consecutive championships?
Yeah, well, last year we didn't know much about Cairns. This year we've already played Bayside 5 or 6 times, so we know each other a lot more. It was a different task, but yeah, we're pretty happy.
And how did you do it? I mean, they beat you twice in Ballarat, but you come up to Sydney here and win by 15 points.
Oh yeah, well, last time we played them, we had a bit of trouble with their zone defence, so we've been working on that all week long, and it's paid dividends this week. Yeah.
You seemed right from the start to be more attuned with the grand final atmosphere, having played 6 out of 7. Do you think that was a factor with Frankston being here for the first time?
Oh yeah, well, we only played the VBA grand final a couple of weeks back, and that was pretty big for us, and we did it last year, so we had the experience, I suppose, but every grand final you got to come out for, and it's a task coming out. Yeah.
What sort of reception is waiting for you back in Ballarat?
Hopefully a big one, but we'll have to wait and see for that.
Gordy McLeod, you expected them, I think, to win, even though you didn't make a tip. They seemed to just have what it took in the big game.
Yeah, well, they've been a very good running team all year, and their athleticism really showed out tonight. And it was very important for Frankston to get off a good start and to shut down their running game. But for me, Ballarat beat Frankston at their own game. They come out defensively. They got after them all over the floor. I felt that Brendan Joyce had done his homework very well, and he'd worked out how to slow Frankston down in the half court and to get his team running. And that's the way he wanted to play. He knew he had the horses out there going. He knew he had the depth in the team. He knew the team were playing confidently, like they've been saying. They've been playing in finals before. They've played in the VBA final. Very well coached. The players played very well as a team, had a lot of depth. And the thing with Ballarat all year has been that there hasn't been one play that's won it for them. It's been a number. And tonight, they all showed that. Matt Campbell, Grant Keys come out and had a great game.
And Damon Lowry just stealing the limelight there at the finish. Gordy, thanks very much for your contribution over the last 2 weeks and to a fantastic year for you personally and your junior charges. But on behalf of Gordy McLeod, Leanne Grantham, who joined me through the Women's National Basketball League season, we've covered the best part of 30 games for you on ABC Sport over the winter months. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope you'll be back with us in season 1996. From Liverpool, the Whitlam Entertainment Centre, it's Peter G saying goodbye.
Commence. We have an enormous amount to get through tonight. We've got a very large agenda, so please make your way to your seats. I would like to welcome everyone here this evening to this our 10th annual presentation dinner. So once again, thank everyone for their support throughout 1995. We do have a number of apologies that I would like to mention this evening. Firstly, Mr David Haynes. David, of course, is a past major naming rights sponsor of the club. Gary Ebbels, Bernie Stone, Bruce Lyons. Eric Hayes, unfortunately, can't be with us. Eric's in Singapore playing on a 10-week contract. Matthew Nunn, unfortunately, Matthew's away also on a 4-day university course. And Mrs Jan Lee. They're the apologies we've received, and unfortunately those people can't be with us to share the celebrations this evening. I would like to thank and welcome our special guests who have joined us here this evening. Firstly, Mr Vern Robson, Chief Commissioner of the City of Ballarat. Welcome, Vern. Commissioner Bruce Clark and Mrs Bev Clark. Commissioner Malcolm Lee. Janet Dorr, Chief Executive Officer of the City of Ballarat. Now, I might take this opportunity to say what an outstanding job the commissioners have done in having the City of Ballarat recognise the Win TV miners and giving us their support right throughout the term of their office so far, and long may it continue. To our club patron, Steve Monaghetti and his wife Tanya, welcome. And also to the President of the Ballarat Amateur Basketball Association, Mr Les Hodgson, and his wife Nan. And of course, representing our major naming rights sponsor, our principal sponsors, Win TV, David and Robin Frankston. And to all our other special guests, we welcome you and we certainly hope you have the most enjoyable evening. The players, of course, deserve special welcome, as do the coaches and the staff of the team that have represented the club with such great distinction in this history-making year in 1995. And I'd ask you to put your hands together for those people who have done us proud this year. There's no doubt that the endeavour and dedication to a task and the determination to produce the results were borne fruit in 1995, and it's certainly a credit to Brendan and the team. At the start of the year, following on from last year's premiership, we had 5 player changes to the team, and many people said to me, and must have said to others of you, I'm sure, there's no way known you can win back-to-back titles with so many changes. But those people were underestimating what we knew was going to be our great depth of junior talent. And whilst we may not have been looked upon as favourites to become the first team ever to win back-to-back titles in the CBA, as I say, it was certainly our juniors who came to the fore, and that was no more evident than the grand final held in Sydney. But I think there's probably one word that best describes not only our team but our coach, Brendan Joyce, and that must be the word tenacious. Brendan is certainly tenacious in all that he does, both on and off the court, as no doubt Peter Eddy could attest to. Brendan's always been very, very positive during his term of coaching the miners, and he would without doubt be the most well-prepared coach in undertaking an assignment playing against teams, and that was none more evident than in our finals campaign. Brendan certainly passed on those qualities to the team and that very young side that we had on the court, and no doubt Brendan Joyce is going to go further in his coaching profession. We hope it's not for a few more years, but there's no doubt that Brendan will coach National League at some stage. This year, in the two competitions in which we play, we had yet again outstanding results. In the Victorian Championships, where the Win TV Miners were runners-up, we recorded a win-loss ratio of 21-4, and in the CBA, 21-4 in the CBA and 20-4 in the VBA, giving us an overall winning ratio this year of 86%. And I think that over our 10-year period, the conclusion of 10 years, we've won 75% of all games that we played. And I'm sure that that record, ladies and gentlemen, certainly deserves your applause. None of this is, of course, possible without our great sponsors that we have, and I would like to express our thanks to all our sponsors who support us so well right throughout the year, and we've had many of our current sponsors have been with us for the 10 years in which we've been operating. Win TV is our principal sponsor, give us every assistance possible, and we were thrilled when David Langsford arrived in town to take up the post of General Manager that he had an interest in basketball, and that was certainly something that we were looking to further on, and David's been of great support to us in his first year in Ballarat, and we do thank Win TV as our naming rights sponsor, and of course all those people in the news team who also do a great job of supporting the miners and ensuring that the miners are always to the forefront on Win TV. In fact, all sections of the media we're very, very well served by, and our thanks not only to Win TV but also to the Ballarat Courier, to Tom O'Meara, who's with us tonight. And it's also very pleasing that we've got Jim Murphy, who's made the journey from hospital to be with us tonight, and I'd ask you to put your hands together and welcome him. I'm sure most of you know the support that Jim has given our program since its inception, and we're very, very proud to have Jim here tonight, and we wish you all the best, Murph. To Radio 3BA, Peter Caligari. Peter's continued support of the station certainly greatly assists our club, and they're instrumental, of course, in sponsoring some of our major awards as well. The committee members of the club who do work so hard behind the scenes in various ways. We've recruited a number of new faces to the committee in this year, and we certainly hope that they stay together as a team for many years to come. We believe we've got a very good group of people there who are prepared to put in a lot of time to arrange and organise things so that our team can keep playing. And this is a very, very big job. It costs us about $200,000 a year to run this team, and we certainly get a lot of satisfaction out of not only trying to achieve the results of raising that money, but seeing the team be so successful, of course. I, of course, must also thank Peter and Maxine Eddy and Troy McAvale, who do such a great job and work so hard to ensure our success, and there's certainly no one that works harder and has the program more at heart than Peter. The wives, girlfriends and so on of all the players and coaching staff throughout the year, they give up an enormous amount. We've played, I think, about 55 to 60 games during the course of this year, and as well as that, the players and coaching staff have been involved in training on a couple of nights each week, and certainly the time they're away from their families certainly impinges on their family life, and we do thank all the wives and girlfriends and so on for putting up with that time, and their support, of course, we need to continue on into the future. We have a lot of volunteers who also give of their time right throughout the year in many ways. We have people who front up on game night and act as ushers, people who are on crowd control, the scoring bench staff who do such a wonderful job, the professional support staff that we've got, which Ian Newland looks after, all those people we need supporting our club so that we can continue on and be successful. And it's their contribution, not only this year in 1995, but also in past years, that's enabled us to be so successful. And I'm getting extremely thirsty, so I'm going to take a seat. And I hope you do relax and enjoy the night. We've got a huge crowd here tonight. I know you're going to enjoy the meal. We've got a very large agenda, as I mentioned, to get through. We do encourage you to drink up as quickly as you can, because at the end of the night we're going to have the auction of the player singlets, and we do need that to be a resounding success again. So if the waiters are slacking off not coming around to the table, please don't hesitate to get up and go to the bar. Once again, welcome. We hope you enjoy the night. Thank you to everyone who's been of assistance throughout the year, and it now gives me pleasure to present the first of our awards, which is on behalf of Carlton and United Breweries, the Most Valuable Player Award for the Victorian Basketball Association Championships. The voting that takes place during the course of the year is a total of 10 votes that's awarded in each game, with a maximum of 5 to any one player. These votes are collated by Frank Hay, who's in charge of them, and he's I can tell you, a lot more stricter in security than what the AFL are with their Brownlow votes. And in fact, I didn't even know until I got here before and discovered who the winner was. And I'm sure you'll agree that it's been such an even season. There are quite a number of players who could have been voted the most valuable player in the VBA. But it's my pleasure to announce the winner of that award for 1995 is Damon Larry. Damon, on behalf of CUB, the Most Valuable Player Award for the VBA, congratulations.
I'd like to thank CUB for the award, and for the beer behind the bar and whatever else is back there that I'm sure we'll all have a bit of tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and well, what do you say? I mean, gotta thank my wife first of all. She's sitting right next to me, looking awful. I'd like to thank Lisa for, you know, because like Dennis said earlier, we were away a lot of the time, and we, the schedule, she didn't see a lot of me this year, which would have been devastating for her. Like, she's been supporting me for, like, since I've known her. I mean, she's a good friend and a good fan, and, you know, fan of basketball, which is good. And I'd like to thank all my teammates, of course, because any award like this, you can't get it by yourself. And I think this year's team, as well as last year's team, the reason why we're so successful, I think we played together as a good unit. I mean, with a good blend of youth, with some experience, a little bit of age, you know, and every night we know it takes 10 guys, as well as the coaching staff, to get a good win and to get, you know, championships, and that's what it's really all about, championships. Anything else really is a distraction. Anything less than winning it all, to me, don't want it. Except for this stuff, though. But no, I'd like to thank everybody again for coming out, and have a good night. Thanks.
Well done, Damon. I'll just continue before we have our first break for soup.